the Prime Minister, as we see on our screens. You remember that Parkash Singh Badal, the grandfather in some ways of politics in Punjab, a very, very senior leader, Shrimani Akali Dal, a very senior leader from Punjab, passed away yesterday. As memorials for him poured in from across party lines, you had senior leaders like Mallikarjun Kharge, like the Prime Minister, comment on their relationship with Badal. The Prime Minister remarked quite fondly, despite that you'll remember that when the farmers' protest took place, Badal actually returned his award to the government. Despite that, it is believed by critics that the two shared a fond relationship. And we saw politicians from across party lines comment fondly yesterday on Parkash Singh Badal's huge footprint on politics, not just in Punjab, across the entire country. Yesterday, my colleague, our political editor, Maria Shakil, with us to bring us a lot more in terms of context right now. Maria, over to you.
Yes, Parkash Badal, 95 years old, veteran of Punjab politics, but also had a great degree of influence in the national politics as well. He has passed away at the age of 95. But if you look at the condolence messages that are coming in from across the country, with the centre having declared a two-day national mourning, which means essentially that the flag will be at half-mast. So Prime Minister's presence becomes important here. Prime Minister, remember yesterday, had put out a rather emotional tweet where he had spoken about his personal equation and, several years of interaction, decades of interaction, if I may say, with the late Badal. So he has been the party patriarch. Of course, Shrimani Akali Dal may no longer be part of the National Democratic Alliance. But we have seen how in the past also, the personal relationships really do not get impacted, even if the political alliances or political relationships are no longer there. So Prime Minister sitting next to Sukhbir Badal, who is the son of late Parkash Singh Badal, he has been a veteran of Indian politics, undoubtedly. And, for the former Chief Minister of Punjab, who played an important role till his last, as shaping the narrative of Punjab politics is concerned. The Prime Minister, remember, had put out a tweet in which he had said that he is extremely saddened by the passing away of Parkash Singh Badal. Many see him as a colossal figure of the Indian politics, who was seen as a remarkable statesman as well, who contributed not only to Punjab and he anchored the state through critical times, but also contributed to the narrative building in the country as well. So the Prime Minister saying that this is a personal loss for him, as he had interacted with him for many decades and learned so much from him. And so he had communicated his condolences, and his presence there is essentially to communicate condolences to the Badal family, to the Akali party, and also send a message that he stands with them in this hour of grief.
Maria, if you could just tell us more about his legacy. As you said earlier, he was a 5-time Chief Minister of the state. He's also someone who was known for having gone to jail various times during the emergency. He was called somewhat of a bridge builder in Punjab across party lines. Can you bring us context?
Yes, so Parkash Singh Badal, because he remained the central figure to the Punjab politics for over 4 to 5 decades, was undoubtedly that leader around whom and his decisions did the state's politics revolve around it. Earlier in 2015, Prime Minister Modi, I remember clearly, had referred to Mr. Badal as the Nelson Mandela of India, while talking about the years that he spent in prison during his long stint in politics. And Badal then had complimented by the Prime Minister by calling him a leader who would fulfill aspirations of national heroes like Jai Prakash Narayan. So this was, of course, spoken at an event in which both of them were present for commemorating the 113th birth anniversary of Jayaprakash Narayan. But talking about the rise of Parkash Singh Badal and how, because of the divisions that were there within the Akalis, in its 100 years of existence, it became a party which was about the Badal. It became a party which was and only about Parkash Singh Badal, his son Sukhbir, and then her Simrat, the daughter-in-law. So his presence becomes absence becomes a big loss, certainly. He leaves behind a huge void to fill. But as we have been saying, I mean, he was 95 years old, someone who lived his life. But despite his health problems, he continued to play an important role in the political developments of the state. He continued to, fight elections as well. He was not active in politics over the last few years, particularly with Akali Dal's political rout in Punjab elections in 2017. And of course, they faced another humiliating defeat in the elections that happened last year. But Akali Dal president, and he had passed on the baton to his son, Sukhbir Badal, who went on to become the Akali Dal president. But Parkash Singh Badal did hold a great degree of sway in Akali politics and also in the politics of the state of Punjab. And, if you look at the political landscape of Punjab with its 117-member assembly, Sukhbir Badal, the Badal family remain that central figure. Of course, the political landscape may have changed, but as far as Parkash Singh Badal's own role is concerned, that is the reason why across party lines, from Mallikarjun Kharge to Prime Minister Modi to Rajnath Singh to Mamata Banerjee and many others with whom Mr. Badal had worked at some stage in his political career, have expressed their grief and communicated the condolences to the Badal family.
Absolutely, Maria. Thank you so much for bringing those information for our viewers. One important aspect that